and welcome back to my channel. Adam Malloy here, a relationship therapist talking about relationships, toxicity within relationships, narcissism and all those kind of things. Now this video we're talking about why it can be difficult to leave a toxic relationship, where you see so many people that actually stay in those relationships, and friends, family are like, you know, why do you put up with this? Why are you not doing something about this? What is it that's making you stay? And these are the common reasons that I'm going to give today that people stay in these relationships. Now, the first one on our list is self-esteem. When you're in a toxic relationship, if you watch my previous videos about narcissism and what makes a toxic relationship, these can have a real big impact on self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. So being with a narcissist, being with a genuinely toxic person can really chip away at your self-esteem and make you feel like you're not strong enough to go it alone. So people with that low self-esteem may feel like they don't feel like they're good enough to be on their own. They're never going to find anyone else again. So they kind of hold on to this one person, even if it's detrimental to everything about their health, about mental health, physical health, everything else. They still don't feel good enough to leave that relationship. So self-esteem is one of the major factors in why people stay in toxic relationships. The second reason is people often in relationships that are very toxic, and they don't leave because they think, maybe I'm just not being understanding towards my partner's needs. Maybe I need to be the understanding one. Maybe I'm the problem. See, and when you look at my other videos about narcissism, I talk about how they're very, very good at turning things around and making the victim feel like they're at fault, that they're the reason why this relationship is not going well. So the victim in this toxic relationship can feel such a way that they feel like by leaving the relationship, they're lacking an understanding for their partner, like they're abandoning them somehow. So, you know, this is a real effect of narcissism within a relationship. So if you feel like you're having trouble leaving that relationship, it could be subconsciously or even consciously, maybe you know this, that you feel like you're not being understanding enough, not being patient enough. So understanding that is our second one on the list. Now the next one is on our list is feeling like you would like to see this relationship be fixed. No matter how long this toxicity has been going on, people still hang in there saying, yeah, it will get better, it will get better. They hold on to this hope that, yes, it can be fixed. I want this to be fixed. So they hang it out. They just drag it out on and on and on, being disappointed again and again and again. So holding out hope that this relationship will be fixed and can be fixed, and you want it to be fixed. Of course you do. But you know, your friends and family can look at it from the outside and think, wow, this has been going on way too long now. So it's not going anywhere. It's gone on too long now. This has been toxic for so long. There's no way past this. You know, this is never going to be fixed. But the person in this relationship can find it difficult to leave because they hold out so much hope that this relationship can be fixed. Now, number 4 on our list is very, very similar to number 3 on our list in wanting it to be fixed. They feel like it can be good again, because at the start of the relationship, everything is great. Everything is as you expect it to be. You're excited. You feel like, oh, this is the person, this is the one. And as it gets to more, that toxicity starts to show in that relationship, you think, oh, maybe it can be back to the way it was before. But that's not always the case. So holding out again, hope, and you know, in your you probably know in your heart or subconsciously, or even, you know, even if you're fooling yourself, you think, I want this relationship to be good again. I know it can be good again. So looking back at how the relationship was, you expect that to now be brought back in again, which often, depending on how long this toxicity has been going on for, if it's been going on quite a long time, it's very, very difficult to get that back again, because this cycle has been going on for so long that it's a little bit too late. It's a bit too late to turn back and get that back again. Number 5 on our list is maybe you grew up with that toxicity within your family. Maybe you had toxic parents, toxic relatives, toxic siblings that you grew up with. So this toxic relationship, these behaviors that you're experiencing are quite normal to you. And you're thinking, well, it's just a part of, relationships, whether it be sibling relationships, parent-child relationships, romantic relationships. You're seeing that as, well, this is normal, because if it's what you grew up with, if it's what you're kind of used to, then you're not going to differentiate that from a good and healthy relationship. So growing up in a toxic environment where maybe relatives, friends, family, siblings were toxic towards you, or you witnessed that, that can be a big reason why people think this is normal and they just stay in the relationship because they don't know any better. And the next one on our list, I think it's number 6 now, isn't it? They've invested a lot of energy into the relationship already. Maybe it's gone on years. You've been with your partner now for 3, 4, 5, long-term relationship maybe. You've invested a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, a lot of thought, a lot of vision into this relationship. And for some people to let that all go can be very, very difficult and not even worth considering for some people. They think, we've built this together, and to let that go would be like flushing years and years down the drain. Well, it is in a sense, but if it's not good for you, if it's destroying you, why destroy yourself for something that is not good for you, that is detrimental to your health and well-being, and your mental health also. So a lot of people cannot let go of that because they put so much energy and effort into making this relationship good. It's just not worked out the way they wanted it to, and to leave that behind is very, very difficult. They say old habits die hard, and this is where that really kind of shows through. And then the last one on our list is you cannot imagine being on your own. You've been in this relationship now and your self-esteem has been chipped away at for so long that you actually can't imagine being on your own again. The thought of being on your own is so scary to you that you'd rather endure this toxic relationship and just carry on, just keep going, just hoping, praying, really, that this relationship will get better. It can be like it used to be when we first started, but deep down, subconsciously, that's not the case. But the thought of being on your own is so scary to you because that self-esteem has been so suppressed and damaged. A lot of people find it very, very difficult at the thought of being on their own again. Whereas in fact, they don't even know it most of the time, that being on their own would be the best thing for them. Then they can reset, recharge, and really work on themselves, because they've spent so long ignoring themselves and focusing all their energy on this relationship that they've forgotten about themselves. They've forgotten who they are really, and they've become someone else. Their family and friends are thinking, this is not the person that we knew, that we grew up with. And the victim in this relationship just doesn't see that. They're just so focused on this toxic relationship that it takes everything else away. And the thought of being on their own is like, so scary. It's like a big void in their life. But sometimes the greatest things are found in that empty space, stepping outside that comfort zone. When you're in that comfort zone and in that familiar surrounding, even if it's really bad for you, nothing will ever grow. It's about taking yourself outside of your comfort zone and really growing as a person. If you know something is not good for you, sometimes you just have to make that leap. Do something for yourself. Stop wasting energy on this thing that's never going to be the same again. So that is the last one on our list, is thinking that being alone is so scary that they will just stay in it just because it's familiar to them. That is it for another video, guys. Just a quick one there. And again, if you haven't already, please like the video, please subscribe. Tell anyone else who think this video would be useful to, that they can then maybe take something from it as well. If I can, you know, help some people or just one person, that would make me very happy indeed. And if you'd like to chat with me personally, I've got a Calendly link. So if you want to talk to me personally about anything you're going through and want help with the relationships, I can do that as well. So that's what I do. I'm a relationship therapist. I help people with their relationships and how to move on and how to, you know, build up their self-confidence enough and know their self-worth that they know that they could be better than what they're in right now. So until next time, guys, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. See ya.